This is Amy here. Hey, I hope all you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and all healthy. But today I wanted to go on here not because of my other videos. My other videos, I generally talk about kids and how to, do things with the kids when you're quarantined and things like that. But today I thought I'd be a little more serious and just kind of change it up a little bit. And talk about something that I personally struggle with, and that is anxiety and depression. Through all of this coronavirus and being cooped up and being stuck in the home and not being able to do anything can create depression and anxiety and abuse and things like that to just rise right now. It's just, I'm sure it's for some of us that go through, I don't go through the abusive part, but I do the anxiety and the depression. And I can tell you that for me, depression is like that commercial that you see where you can put the little face on and smile your way through it. And yes, it's a little more long term, but anxiety for me is debilitating. It literally stops me in my tracks, and I feel like there's no coming back from it. So my whole reason of coming on here isn't to talk about my problems and my issues. It's to let you know that during these times, these things will heighten. But let's talk about it on the positive side to try and find ways to release these anxieties, to release these, the depression, to find things that, because you're so cooped up and stuff, that will help you from going into these areas. So one thing I have found for me is with a depression, like I said, that's more long term. I can pull out of that a little easier. So for me, the depression and the anxiety goes a little bit hand in hand. But what has helped for me is drink lots of water and exercise. No, you're probably thinking, you are probably thinking, oh, she's probably a health nut. No, I'm not. I'm just a mom and an ex-child care director and a nanny. I have no degrees in anything I do. I'm not a health nut. But what I have found through all of the depression and anxieties is that drinking lots of water and a little bit of movement or exercise really has helped me pull out of a lot of these situations. One thing I have found that I do, like I said, not only that, is I find things that make me happy. So maybe if you like, which then in return goes to happiness. If you like binging, watching TV, great. Do that for a day, but then make sure you get up and move around a little bit also, because just sitting can also create, so I've been told by doctors and whatever else, that it can also create more depression and more sadness. So you got to move around a little bit. Things you can do, you probably always said, you know what? I always wanted to do a yoga class, but never could because I had to work. Well, your excuse is out the door for a lot of you. I'm so thankful for all the healthcare, all of the essential workers. They still have their jobs and they're still able to, help us that are at home, quarantined, whatever else. So now's the time to do that TV binging that you like, which creates happiness. Maybe picking up a yoga or going in your closet and finding those weights that you hid because you never thought you would use them. Now's the time to grab those out. Another thing that really has helped me is doing positive quotes. And that's one thing I thought we might go over here towards the end. But just be mindful, guys, that during these times, these things will probably heighten your anxieties, your depressions, just various different things. So keep that in mind. Be proactive and try and do things that will keep you from falling into those categories. Like I said, exercise, water, something you like, which turns into happiness, and things like that. So let me get a couple quotes here that you might like. I'm going to do a couple of my favorites here. One of them is, "The fire in me burns brighter than the fire around me." Stop beating yourself up. You are a work in progress, which means you get there a little at a time, not all at once. Thankful and grateful for every day. Fall in love with taking care of your body. That's a good one. Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you're deciding to look beyond the imperfections. I like that one. That's a good one. Okay, let me go back. I'm looking online here to kind of give you some. Let's do maybe a self-improvement one. We'll just do this one real quick. I'm going to do a couple and then we'll get at it. Anxiety isn't weakness. Living with anxiety, turning up and doing stuff with anxiety takes a strength most will never know. And that's true. Unless you don't have anxiety, you don't understand it. Don't try to win over the haters. You are not, I'm not going to say this. You're not a whisperer. Let's just put that. A goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot. Gratitude. Okay, those are some of the things, that I've done is I've gone through and I've go through and I look at some positive quotes. That helps me out. So find things that you think that make you happy and that will help you so that you don't fall into these areas. If you liked the video, please subscribe down below. And guys, I'll be back on. We'll just do various different things. I am so thankful for all of you. Thank you for the workers, the essential workers, hospitals, nurses, doctors, police officers, and there's so many more. I know I can't name them all, but thank you all. Stay home, be safe, be healthy, and find you and excuse me. And I encourage you to be the best that you can be. I know right now it's difficult, but you can do it. You can do it. These times shouldn't stop us. And have a wonderful day. Again, subscribe if you like what you've seen. Bye.